sank deep into Masha's heart. The Balu sat down near the water, signaling that it was time to rest. Her grandmother and Masha joined him, feeling completely at ease. The jungle seemed to embrace them, its gentle sounds and fresh air soothing their spirits. It felt like they had become part of the forest family. Masha took out some of their food, sharing small pieces with the birds and a curious squirrel. Her grandmother smiled, watching her granddaughter's kindness. "The jungle is teaching you well, Beta," she said. Masha felt proud and happy, knowing she was making new friends in nature. As the afternoon sun began to lower, the Balu growled softly, urging them to follow again. This time, he took them through a dense part of the jungle. "Where is he taking us now?" Masha wondered, her curiosity bubbling over as they followed their furry friend. They soon arrived at a spot full of wild berries and flowers. The air was sweet and the sight was mesmerizing. Masha laughed as she picked a few berries, making sure to leave enough for the animals. Sharing is caring, even in the jungle, her grandmother reminded her. While Masha tasted a berry, the Balu suddenly stood still, sniffing the air. Her grandmother noticed it too and whispered, "The jungle speaks in many ways. Pay attention." The Balu led them away quickly, and soon they heard a distant roar. "It's probably another animal warning us," her grandmother explained. They quietly moved along. The Balu took them to a safer spot, a hill with a beautiful view of the sunset. They could see the jungle stretch endlessly, glowing in hues of gold and orange. Masha sat down, mesmerized by the beauty, and said, "I never knew the jungle could be this magical, grandmother." As they rested, a family of monkeys appeared, chattering loudly. One curious monkey came close to Masha, who offered it a small piece of fruit. It snatched the treat happily, making her laugh. "The jungle is full of surprises," she exclaimed, while her grandmother nodded with a knowing smile. Night began to fall, and the jungle transformed. Fireflies lit up the dark, and the sounds of crickets filled the air. Masha watched in awe as the jungle came alive in a whole new way. "The jungle is magical, day or night," grandmother said softly, holding her hand. The bear led them to a quiet clearing where they could rest. Grandmother spread a small blanket on the ground, and they sat under the stars. The night sky was brilliant, filled with countless stars twinkling above. "This is more beautiful than I imagined," Masha whispered. Masha was curious about the bear. "Why is he helping us, grandmother?" she asked. "Because kindness is a language every creature understands," grandmother replied. The bear lay nearby, as though protecting them, its soft growls blending with the jungle's night sounds. Masha felt safe and grateful. Suddenly, the distant howl of a wolf echoed through the jungle. Masha shivered slightly, but grandmother reassured her. "Every sound has its place here. We are safe as long as we respect the jungle's rules." The bear growled softly, as if agreeing with her words. The next morning, Masha woke up to the sound of birds singing. The bear nudged her gently with its nose, as if saying, "Time to go." Grandmother smiled, gathering their things. "The jungle has given us memories we'll treasure forever," she said, as they prepared to leave. The bear guided them to the edge of the jungle, ensuring their safety. Masha felt a tinge of sadness. "Will we see him again, grandmother?" she asked. "Perhaps," grandmother replied, "but for now, we must thank him for being such a kind host." At the edge of the jungle, Masha turned to the bear. "Thank you, my friend," she said with a big smile. The bear looked at her one last time, letting out a soft growl as if saying goodbye, then lumbered back into the trees, disappearing into the greenery. Back at home, Masha couldn't stop talking about her adventure. She shared stories of the bear, the animals by the lake, and the magical fireflies. Her parents listened in amazement, while grandmother smiled knowingly. "The jungle is a teacher, and Masha has learned well," grandmother said. That night, Masha dreamed of the bear in the jungle. In her dream, the bear was her guardian, leading her through lush landscapes filled with friendly animals. The jungle glowed with a golden light, and Masha felt at peace, knowing she had made a special connection with nature. The next day, Masha picked up her notebook and began drawing everything she had seen. The bear, the lake, the fireflies, and the animals. She wanted to keep the memories alive forever. Grandmother encouraged her, saying, "Your stories will inspire others to love and respect nature." As weeks passed, Masha started planting small trees around her home, inspired by the jungle's beauty. She wanted to create her own little forest. Grandmother helped her, and soon birds and butterflies began visiting. "The jungle has taught you well," Grandmother said with pride. One evening, as the sun set, Masha looked toward the jungle in the distance. She thought of the bear and smiled. "Thank you, my friend," she whispered, knowing that the jungle had given her more than memories. It had taught her lessons for life. Years later, Masha still remembered her journey. She often told her friends and younger children about the bear who had guided them, sharing the importance of kindness and harmony with nature. Her words inspired many to treat the earth with respect and care. Masha's story reminds us all that nature is our friend when treated with love and respect. Just as the bear welcomed her and grandmother, the jungle welcomes everyone willing to live in harmony with its wonders. And so, the magical bond between humans and nature continues to grow.